Hey, what's the deal, man? Your Lakers did it. Won a 17 championship. Brian got his fourth ring.
Yeah, yeah.
You know I got a whole lot to say about this. But give me your take on Brian winning his fourth ring in the bubble and the Lakers winning a 17 championship overall.
Man, I think what he had to go through, I think this probably the most impactful championship in the NBA history because of the bubble, because of the virus, because of the social injustice and all the stuff that they had to go through. Um, and like he just gritted it out. You wouldn't believe that this guy was 36, 37 years old, putting up triple doubles the way he doing, leading this team day in day out, keeping everybody in line. You can see in the closing moments of the game when, before halftime, the guys who never won a ring, they start to celebrate a little bit, and he's like, "Hey, this shit ain't over with." You know what I'm saying? Like we still got something to do. And man, Father Time undefeated, but damn, it looked like it skipped LeBron this season, man, because he just been masterful with it, man. And shout out to the supporting cast too, man. AD, bad man. Playoff Rondo, real man. Look, whenever you got Rondo shooting threes, hitting consistency, problem. You got Caruso coming in getting big buckets. I was disappointed with Kuzma, but you didn't even recognize what it was. And to me, it was the ultimate factor of I've been here before, y'all haven't. I don't think it was nobody on the Heat team outside of Eric Spoelstra who has a ring, who's been this far, and it started showing.
LeBron proved me wrong. I thought in the 17th season, especially going back to last season when he went out with the groin injury, I thought, okay, Father Time's finally catching up with him. I didn't think he could come back this year and play at the level that he played with. LeBron ended the playoffs, the entire playoffs, averaging 27, 11, and 9. He shot 59% from the field, 39% from three. I mean, for him to do that in his 17 year is unprecedented. And then this goes back to why I've been making a point for the last 3 to 4 years why we should stop giving people the MVP just off of the regular season. They should name the MVP until after the playoffs, because I bet you there's a lot of people that voted for Giannis are saying to themselves they should have voted for LeBron James. And I think that another thing that Brian did along his journey that I was very impressed with was showing AD how to win. We all know how AD was when he was in New Orleans. He twists his ankle, he come out the game, he not coming back in. He showed AD how to be tough, be mentally tough, and play through injuries and have mental toughness. And I think that was one of the biggest things that I think that Brian did in his bubble. And a lot of people say this was the hardest championship that LeBron had. Hell no, it wasn't the hardest. You know why? Because Brian doesn't live that type of lifestyle. Brian don't go out every night. Brian not in the clubs. Brian not in the streets. Brian go play his games. He go home, sip him a drink of wine, chilling with Savannah and his kids, do TikTok videos, and they chill out. So being in a bubble and not being able to be out around, the rest of the world, that didn't affect Brian. Brian was locked in his entire time in the bubble. He had a mission that he wanted to win a championship, not only for him, not only for the Lakers organization, but for the Mamba. And he did that. And I got a lot of respect for Brian. And I just think that when you talk about people like the Clippers with Lou Williams, who was in Magic Kingdom in Orlando, but he ended up in Magic City, getting some lemon pepper wings. He couldn't handle being in a bubble. Paul George, they called him Playoff P, didn't look like it. He's shooting the balls all on top of the backboard. Kawhi Leonard, who I thought was going to be able to will that Clippers team to a championship, because that was my pick to win it. I thought it was going to be the Clippers and the Celtics in the finals, and I thought the Clippers were going to win it. But obviously, Kawhi, the one who is letting Father Time catch up with him. And so, with all that being said, it's very impressive to see what Brian did in the 17th season, because when you go back to into years past, when people in their 17th season, they start falling apart, they become role players. The only people I can remember that was pretty good in their 17th season was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone. But after that, you don't have that many people that's playing at a high level and coming top 2 in the MVP voting in their 17th season. And so I think that was real critical. And then you got somebody like you talked about, Rajon Rondo. I think if Rajon Rondo not on this team, I don't know if they win this championship. He played that much of a role into helping his team win, because you know what it did? It when LeBron didn't have to be the only playmaker on the floor. LeBron was able to play off the ball and let Rondo come down, orchestrate the offense, come down, dime that thing to Brian, where he could just come off, slash it, dunk it, hit a three, where he could hit Kuzma or hit KCP in the corner. Rondo did a lot of that, and he played excellent defense. Right. And he is one of the smartest basketball players in the NBA, and I think that played big dividends for the Lakers. I think that when you start talking about the greats, though, and this is what I've been getting into with people on Twitter about. Let's not be a prisoner of the moment, and let's not disrespect that man that could fly and a man that revolutionized the game of basketball, and his name is Michael L. Jordan. Let's not be a prisoner of the moment.
Now, I will say this. Now, you know my stance, and I always say in a team sport, I don't believe in a GOAT. I don't believe you can, because I don't care how great you is, you can't do it without the other people on the floor. No matter what sport it is. But I will say this. Jordan is the brand. Kobe is the mentality. LeBron is like I want to say like the icon or something. They different parts of each other, but they do it their own way. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. It's like you can say what I don't care how much you don't like LeBron, you can't knock the numbers. You can't knock what the guy has done. I don't care. Look, y'all know me. I'm not a Kobe fan. I got all respect in the world for him. I can't knock what he's done. I can't knock that competitiveness. MJ, look, that's a whole different era, but still, you can't just give the GOAT title to anybody. And to me, in a team sport, it's no GOAT. And that's
how you can't see Jordan a GOAT? How? This man, listen. Has LeBron ever won Defensive Player of the Year?
No.
Has LeBron ever went to the finals 6 times and never lost?
No.
Has LeBron played with more Hall of Famers than Jordan? You got to think about that?
Yeah.
Think about that? Yeah. It's hell yeah.
Man, hold on. Dennis Rodman.
And Scottie Pippen.
And he had the greatest coach of all time.
Some people, that's arguable. Some people going to say Popovich. Some people going to say Phil. I'll give you that. But look, Kobe had him too. Kobe had Phil.
Hey, look, and here's the thing. Neither one of them got rings without him.
That's a good point. The triangle. I get that. But all I'm saying is we cannot disrespect Jordan like this, dog. Because Jordan, listen, if Jordan would have played with the talent that LeBron played with, everybody don't understand that Jordan went 7-2-10. Jordan went 7-2-10. Okay? Back then in an era where it was tough to do that. It was tough because you was going against defenses where they could hand check you, they could beat you up at the rim. It was different back then. And for him to take that team and go 7-2-10 and win a ship, the Warriors did it. They went 7-3-9?
9, but they didn't win their ship.
But they didn't win a chip. So that in itself got to tell you how great Jordan was. Man, people didn't start winning championships until Jordan left. That's my whole point.
Who was the dominant 2 guard that he had to face?
Clyde Drexler.
One.
What? I'm just saying, Clyde Drexler.
What? That's it.
Okay. He went against Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. He went against Karl Malone and John Stockton.
Gary Payton played point guard.
Okay, and Gary Payton used to check Jordan too. Gary Payton was Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's true. I give you that. Yes, sir.
I'm just saying. So my point is this. Like, that team that Brian went against with KD, I'm not even knocking him on that one. You look, nobody was beating that team. That was a USA Junior team, okay? But the year when you lost to the Mavericks, when you had Wade and Bosh and all them cats over there, I can't give you a pass for that. I can't. I'm sorry. So, and the Spurs losses, I give him that. I don't hold that against it. That was some good Spurs team. But my point is, this man played with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. When Kevin Love came to the Cavaliers, Kevin Love was arguably the best power forward in the league when he got traded to the Cavaliers. Kyrie was ascending as one of the best point guards. Right. When you played with the Heat, Chris Bosh was like a top 3 power forward in the league. All-star, Hall of Fame type of player. Wade. Come on, man. Wade was that guy. Then you added Ray Allen to the mix. Now you get to the Lakers, you gonna get a top 3 player in the league and Anthony Davis? Come on, man. So what I'm saying is Jordan never had that luxury. Jordan played with Pippen. He won a championship with Pippen 3 of the years, and the other 3 years he won it with, or was it 2 years, with Rodman. And
no, yeah, two. He got 2 with Rodman.
He got 6 total.
Yeah.
So my point is, he won most of his championships without Rodman and just Pippen and a bunch of good role players. People got to understand how hard that was when he was going against Kevin Johnson, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Garrett Payton, Sean Kemp, them Patrick Ewing teams, them Knicks. Man, I could go on and on, man. I could go on and on. But moving on. That's enough about Jordan and LeBron. I'm going to stand on my response. Big hand.
Uh-huh.
Anybody that watch FanView know that you a big-time LSU fan.
Dun, 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 dun.
But it's looking like your LSU Tigers is in a bad place right now down there in Baton Rouge. Y'all 1-2, baby. I think this the first time y'all have been 1-2 in how long? I know you know.
Since after the 07 championship.
Y'all lost to Missouri. Bro, Missouri was 0-2 coming into this game. That was a bad loss, and I'm going to tell you like this. Y'all in trouble. You're having a national championship, what they call it, national championship slump. That's what you're having. And it's not, look, I'm not going to blame this on Ogeron because you lost a lot of good players. And I will say this. It has nothing to do with the offense. Everybody got on Twitter the first game of the season when they played Mississippi State talking about Miles Brennan this, Miles Brennan that. I'll have you. Miles Brennan threw for 430 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Okay? On the road. What are y'all talking about? Miles Brennan is not the problem. Is he Joe Burrow? Hell no, he ain't Joe Burrow. That's the problem. Stop trying to compare him to Joe Burrow. He's not Joe Burrow. The problem right now, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is LSU defense. It is atrocious. We look like, I don't know why I'm saying we, because I'm a Michigan fan. But LSU,
you won't be part of the brand, baby.
Stop.
Because y'all not even playing football.
Man, we got to start playing in a couple weeks, baby. Okay. And Jim Harbaugh on the hot seat, but that's neither here nor there. But y'all look like y'all don't want to tackle. You want to talk about miscommunication on the back end. Man, Missouri receivers are running routes on air all day long. Okay? I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to blame this on Bo Pelini. I'm not going to blame it on Bo Pelini. Everybody want to give Bo Pelini all the scrutiny and give him all the blame. I think this is a clear case of no spring, no summer. You're a first-year DC. It's a lot going on, and you got a lot of moving pieces. Kerrick Vincent ain't come back. Okay, Lawrence, Christian Foden. I could go on and on about the different pieces they got. They got a lot of first-year starters. Okay, that's what's going on with the defense. I don't think it's Bo Pelini because guess what? Last time I checked, on Saturday alone, Miami got a good defense with Blake Baker as a DC. They gave up 42 points. Look, they gave up 42 points. Okay, Bama, P. Golden, DC, and Nick Saban. They gave up 48 points. Auburn always got a good defense. Gave up 28 points. Tennessee gave up 44. Texas gave up 52. Florida gave up 41. A&M gave up 38. V-Tech gave up 56. North Carolina gave up 45, and so did LSU, giving up 45 points. So I said all that to say is, it's not Bo Pelini. This is a clear case of what I just said 30 seconds ago. No spring, no summer, no time with your players. A lot of first-year starters. It's a lot of miscommunication going on. People not understanding what they're supposed to be. You need reps. I think as the season goes on, LSU defense gets better. But the problem is their hole has been dug. And now they got to have to lay in that bed. And now they're going to be fighting to be in the Citrus Bowl or the Cotton Bowl. Because they ain't got no chance at the 14 playoff. That's the only problem. So give me your take 10 on your LSU Tigers. Do you think y'all even have a chance to get back in the SEC championship race? Or do you think this is just what it's going to be? Y'all going to be fighting for the Citrus Bowl, Cotton Bowl, Little Caesars Bowl, Ross.com Bowl.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. When the 10-game schedule came out, I told people that 7-3, 6-4.
I'm surprised you said that.
I'm being realistic. Look,
you evolving. You evolving.
Hey, no.
Because every year you be like this, man. We going 11-1. We might lose one. We gonna be in that 14. Come on now. You be talking out your head sometimes.
Hey, last year I told y'all what it is. Y'all thought I was talking out my head, and then it happened. And when it happened, I was like,
You didn't expect it to happen like that.
I told y'all it was gonna happen like that.
Not like that.
No, I didn't expect the reckless, but I told you we were whooping ass. But I'm gonna be real, because like I looked at it like after Les Miles championship with Saban kids, they lost 15 people that went early. Most of them were juniors, went to the draft, and you coming with guys who really didn't play much. It's not like, and that's what people don't realize. It's not like high school. Even if you got a big league, you're not gonna put that 5-star kid in that ain't play much because you don't want to risk blowing his red shirt. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start working on stuff. So most of these kids didn't play. You know, Mo Hampton didn't play to the last 2 games of the season when Delpit got hurt. You speaking on the defense alone, you come in.
Think about Marcel Brooks transferring.
Yeah, that
was big. He was gonna be their thumper. He was gonna be their thumper on that defense.
You come
versatility.
You come into the season like where you have all spring, the makeshift spring that you had, and you had the only person you lost right off the back was Marcel Brooks. Then you lose Tyler Shelby. Then you lose Kerry Vincent. Then you lose Eugene Monroe. That's 4 starters that you was counting on that you lost. So now those holes got to be filled. It's you couldn't do contact nothing, anything. So now it's everything is learned on the fly. You shuffling pieces, you moving people here and there. You're trying to work your stuff. It's gonna be. But the one thing I will say, you see the impact of Bo Pelini right away because the damn linebackers and that D line is playing phenomenal. It's the back end.
I don't know about that. The kid Roundtree was running that bitch down y'all throat all night. He averaged over 6 yards a carry.
It was coming. They're running that shit off tackle. That shit wasn't coming.
I'm just saying. Wouldn't have you, me personally, the LSU teams that I'm used to watching, I don't never remember LSU letting people just run that ball down their throat like that. Not even Bama. Roundtree was running it down their throat. The little backup they had coming in after him was running it. They averaged like 6 yards a carry as a team, as a group. That's bad.
And I tell you another thing too.
I like Cox though, the kid that transferred from
Jabril from
Jabril
North
Cox
Dakota State.
From North Dakota State. I like the way he played.
Him IG is looking phenomenal. The couple of freshmen, BJ, I can't pronounce his last name, number 8, but he's looking phenomenal. It will get better as the season go along.
Jacoby Stevens has to improve his play a lot.
Yeah, You know what I'm saying? And then
he looking really overweight. He's looking like he cannot move. Well, he need to take number 7 off. They need to take number 7 and put it on the shelf.
But see, the thing was, he was supposed to be before everybody started backing out stuff. He was supposed to be the outside backer. It was supposed to be him. What's the boy from U-High? I got it damn name. Damone Clark.
Damone Clark.
And Jacoby Stevens at the backer position. So he beefed up. And now I was like, hey, I need you to go back up. It was like, he's a team player doing what's best for the but it's, I mean, if not him, who else you gonna put right there? Todd Harris has been, he's been hurt 2 years in a row. You could tell he don't want to get hurt again. He playing scared, not scared to make attack, but he not taking the chances of the Todd Harris that we know that he should that should be there. They lost that swagger. That's pretty much it. Like people if Jamar Chase was on that field, it still wouldn't have made a difference because
your quarterback threw for over 400 yards. Terran Marshall caught for over 200 yards. Arik Gilbert, and I'm gonna get to that in a second because I thought that even with the 40 points that LSU put up, I thought at the end of the game they should have found Gilbert at least one time when it was on the 1 yard line. If you that afraid that you can't get it from the 1, go see Gilbert, okay? You went see Marshall on the last play. The kid, bless him, made an outstanding play, undercutting it and knocking it down. But you got to go see Gilbert because they had nobody that could stick him. Nobody could check him, okay? But really and truly, I thought they should have got on the center and just won quarterback sneak. They should have got on the center and ran quarterback sneak. Miles Brennan is 6'4", 6'5". Come on, man. Let him do the Drew Brees. And get the touchdown and get out of there. And if you do that, now you leaving out of Missouri 2-1. I'm saying that right? It was 1-1.
Hold on. We lost Mississippi State 1. This is a 4th game. We 2-2.
No, y'all 2-2. Yeah. You going in 3 when you leaving Missouri 3-1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, like, me personally, me watching LSU be on the 1 yard line and can't get in, that is a problem.
I will tell you this, and a lot of people don't want to say it, but I'm gonna be real. Our offensive line is trash fucking water. I mean, we lost some special people. Don't get it twisted. We lost Cushenberry. You lost Damon Lewis. You lost I can't think of the other. You lost 4 starters. That's all starting right now on Sundays. That's a lot to replace. But shit, man, like we are hard. Like Ed Ingram was supposed to be like the bell cow. Austin Deckler, he always been bad. He must got the right person on the booster club on his side. We can't block nobody. We got 3 talented running backs, and they can't do nothing because the offensive line is letting people fly through. Like I should go back to Mississippi State. Nah, I was happy because my boy, no movement going on, and to the offensive line. But that goes back to what you say. No spring. You can't go no contact. So in the past, when you can go against a Glenn Logan every day at practice. Right. You can go against these other guys, Neil Fair, all these other guys every day at practice. You can't now. You going on stuff that don't hit back. And then your first live contact is Saturday. We'll be all right. We'll be all right next year. As long I just don't let this hole get dug too deep because even with Terran Marshall going to leave, we know that. I love how you see him getting caught more involved. You see, Gilbert.
Boutique.
The boutique. Gilbert is gonna get, gonna get some. They're gonna start evolving the offense around him. You still got Trey Palmer in the cupboard. That receiver room ain't empty. It's just who gonna step up next. That's all it is.
But the offense is not my concern at LSU. And in years past, it was always the other way around. It was always the defense always hold it down and hold people to 17 points or 14 points, and the offense can't even give you 2 touchdowns. But now the roles have flipped. And I truly believe, like I said at the beginning of this segment, it's a lack of reps, not having a spring, not having a summer. Because you can't tell me the players that LSU got on that defensive side of the ball is not talented players. They got some really talented players. But you could just tell it's just a lack of reps, lack of a game time reps, lack of different situations. And like I said earlier, how many times we seen a Missouri receiver run down the field wide open? It's a lack of communication. And so that's what happens. And I think I'm going to take this a step further. I think you're going to end up seeing a national championship. Whoever wins the national championship this year is not going to be the best team in college football this year. I really feel like that. I feel like the best team won't win this year. Even though Clemson looking really, really good, and I think they're going to beat in the mix of things.
I wouldn't say, but to me, I wouldn't say they're the best though. I mean, like they clearly.
Well, I'm not saying they're the best. I'm just saying they're looking really, really good, and I feel like they're going to be in the mix, preferably because of the conference they playing.
Right.
But I think this year you're going to see a team win a natty that's not the best team in college football, and it's going to be because of some of the best teams like LSU, Bama, even Georgia, and Georgia looking good. People like that, they are not going to be in sync enough to be able to get to that 14 playoff and be able to have a chance to win that natty. It's going to be somebody that we're not even thinking about right now going to sneak in that 14 playoff, upset somebody, and win the natty. And we're going to be saying, man, how the hell North Carolina won a national championship this year? Not saying North Carolina going to win it. I'm just saying it's going to be a team that we ain't even thinking about going to win the natty this year. You could bet your money on that.
But it's like you say, like you used to say early time, and it's real facts. You recruit to beat your conference. Ain't no warm-up games. You ain't playing. Ain't no Lighthouse of the Blinds. Ain't no, well, look, we about to go play your best team in this conference who want to play. We gonna show you why. Ain't no warm-up. You going straight into the people that's recruiting against you, and it's whoever's more in sync is gonna win. Like you could tell, Mike, the Mississippi State offense was so in sync the week 1, but they ain't do half the shit the next week or the week after. Look at Ole Miss. Ole Miss, they in sync offensively. But they ain't got no defense, but they can put the points. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, it's going to be whoever gets.
Last night watching the Saints, I'm going to tell you, bro, like, we are fortunate to be 3-2 right now. Fortunate. When I tell you the NFL football guys are smiling down on us right now, they smiling down on us. For the dude Bagley to miss the extra point and miss that kick to win the game, they smiling down on us. And the thing about it, what makes this even more disturbing for me, these people almost beat us without Keenan Allen, their best receiver, 2 of their best offensive linemen, Trey Turner and Bulaga, Eckler, I feel like is a really good running back in the NFL, and one of their best pass rushers that go opposite of Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. And they don't have Derwin James, but I'm not going to count him because he got hurt in preseason. Well, before the season started. So, and we was in a dogfight with these people. So I'm very, very disturbed, and I'm very concerned going forward. I don't know how we 3-2. We do not look like a Super Bowl contender right now. There's a lot of things that I'm very disappointed in. I feel like 19 carries combined for Latavius Murray and Kamara I didn't understand it. We got to run the ball more, especially with Drew not being able to throw the ball down the field. And when we did run the ball, we got over 4 yards of carry. So I don't understand why Sean Payton tried to stick to the run a little more. I know we got down early and we got down 20-3, but when we got the game close, I thought we should have ran the ball a little more. Emmanuel Sanders, Why haven't we been seeing this from Emmanuel Sanders? And it's not his fault. It's because he's not been targeted like that. Sean Payton did a great job of putting him in the slot, putting him in motion, getting him good play design where he can get open. Why we haven't been doing that? He's one of the best route runners in the league. Why we brought him here if we're not going to use him? We should have been doing that prior to Monday night. So I like the way the kid Callaway looked on the punt returns, kick returns, catching the ball. I think he had like 4 catches for 50 yards. I think he's a player that could probably help us down the line with some good speed and good size. Pete on our offensive line, Armstead. I think it's safe to say that Armstead is playing his last days in New Orleans. I think it's safe to say that. With his contract, the way he's injury prone, he is getting bull rushed into the quarterback consistently. And so that's very concerning for me. Do not be surprised if the Saints part ways with him at the end of the season. And to go to Drew Brees, I know everybody talking about Drew, saying how, he got a noodle for an arm and he needs to call it a career. I think after this year, that is something he needs to consider. But right now he's playing. He still managed to throw for over 300 yards and a touchdown, and he was able to will us back from that 20-3 deficit and win us the game. He made a big, big play to Jared Cook that I felt like we got us jump started to get our offense going to be able to come back and win this game. But Drew is somebody we're going to live and die with this year. I know everybody talking about let's go to Jameis Winston. Listen, I don't think Jameis Winston without a real offseason and real a real training camp to be able to work with Drew Brees and watch him and work with Sean Payton, I don't think he's ready to go into that fire right now. Jameis is a long way away as far as understanding our offense, in my opinion. And so that's why I think we need to just stick with Drew and let the chips fall where they may.
To me, I want to touch on Emmanuel Sanders because it's a quote I stole from you, and talking about how complex the Saints scheme is. For the Sean Payton offense has always been timing. Whether when he was with the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Saints, has always been timing. Everything's been timing. And if you ain't in the right spot, Drew Brees gonna look somewhere else real quick. He's not gonna give you a second look. And then the way the offensive line has been playing, i.e. Armstead, whoever's been substituted for Pete, because he gets hurt every game.
Eason, he bad. Eason bad. He's bad.
So he has no choice but to check it down. One of the things I'm real disappointed in is Sean Payton's lack of commitment to the run. Every game so far, we started off running and we run the ball well. And we easily go away from it. We try to get too cute. We don't try to get Jared Cook involved at all. So for Jared Cook to have just 2 catches, 2 targets the whole night, that's bad. I like Traquan Smith trying to come into his own. It's real good to get Emmanuel Sanders going now, especially going into the bye week. Now, coming back on the break, you're going to have Mike Thomas. You're going to have your full slate of guys. To me, the most concerning thing is the lack of effort from the secondary. You got one guy playing hard in Charlie Johnson. You got Malcolm Jenkins, who is like he show up, but then he'll show. But then you start seeing all the time.
High risk, high reward.
Right.
Dropped the pick right in his hand last night.
That could have sealed it. We shouldn't even been to overtime. Marshawn Lattimore, I cannot state this enough. You cannot choose when you want to show up. You cannot, you cannot choose. You have a hell of a game against Mike Evans. You get drashed by a rookie wide receiver, Brandon Edwards. I think Brandon Edwards for the Raiders. You come back, you shaky again, and now Mike Williams if the kicker make the kick, man, you know what he is. Everybody in the world know what he is. He a 50-50 king. You don't even try to jam him. You in man-to-man to your side. And then Marcus Williams, man, oh, my God. I'm so tired of him not being in position. God.
Hold up, though. Hold up. Now, but I will say this about Marshawn Lattimore. On that play, like toward the end of the game in the fourth, he got his head turned around and made a play on the ball. Mike Williams, 6'4". He caught it at his highest point. That's just, you can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, but when you walk, you know it. You played DB before. If you walk down on somebody, the cardinal rule is you gotta get hands on. He didn't get hands on. Like, he went straight to a speed turn, and you give him what he wants. You gave him what. It's like if somebody playing off coverage against Mike Thomas. You know he running some type of slant or some type of dig route. You giving him what he wants. He not even working for it.
Right.
You know,
right.
That's just bad. You know, that to me, that's just, I think, like, I honestly believe, I agree with you with Teron Armstead. I think he gone. I believe this is it.
Unless he take a pay cut, unless he restructure.
I think this is it for Eric Glenn.
And I'll say this before we switch subjects. We got lucky because when the Chargers was up 20-3, they got conservative.
Yeah.
They started trying to run they started trying to run the ball. They stopped trying to throw the ball down the field. They started throwing screens. It was almost like they were just content with being up 20-3, as if the Saints don't have the type of offense that could fight back. We got lucky because if Pep Hamilton, I don't think Pep Hamilton the OC. I think he the quarterback's coach. I forgot who the OC is, but if they offered a coordinator would have kept his foot on, if he would have kept his foot on the gas, the Saints was gonna be in trouble all night because they had us all balanced. And Herbert had started gaining confidence. We was in trouble. And I'll tell you another thing. At the end of the game on that fourth down, I tweeted about it. These people ain't trips left. Okay? We in man-to-man. Marshawn Lattimore is in press man on a number 3 receiver, which was Mike Williams. The number 1 and number 2, we playing 6-7 yards off. What the hell are we doing? All they needed was 5 yards for a first down. Herbert, this goes back to what you know, being a rookie, probably had too much going on in his mind. He overthought it. Man, I would have saw them playing 6-7 yards off. I'm throwing it hot. Throw the Nile pass. That would have been an easy first down. I don't understand what the hell was the call right there. Dennis Allen needs to be in the film room with the red fucking light and being like this. What was y'all doing right here? What were y'all doing right here? This could have lost us the game because they clearly could have threw that hot and got the first down. Everybody knew 4th and 5 to trips. You in man, you playing 6-7 yards off. Come on, man. The number 2 and the number 3 receiver could have got the first down like this. But Herbert waited on Mike Williams, which is the number 3 receiver, to run a slant. That was just bad decision. A bad decision by him. That could have lost us the game. Moving on.
I will say this real quick. We got like 2 minutes left. I think you still set on 10.
Okay, my bad.
I will say this. I think the stigma, just because you a big fan of momentum. I'm a big fan of mindset. They so used to losing close games that I don't think they confident to win a close game in the Chargers. They so used to battle. Hey, look, that's a tough team. They battle. When they took the foot off the neck, it also happened right when Keenan Allen got hurt. Mm-hmm. And you gotta look at it. You got a team that now they down their best wide.
Our front 7, I'm not concerned about. I like the way we know how DeMario Davis, what he gonna get from him. We know that. Okay. Zach Bourne, the rookie from Wisconsin, got his first start last night. I thought he did well.
Anzalone's been healthy.
Anzalone played really good last night. It's just we got to get some things fixed up on the back end, okay? And if we can do that, and now we can start talking about being a Super Bowl contender. But until we do that, we're a mediocre team in my mind. 3-2, we lucky. We are lucky, Hen. We are very lucky.
We really should be 1-4.
Really think about it. How we started against Detroit and how we started. And if we think we could just keep climbing out these holes like that, when you go against people like Tampa Bay, because when we play Tampa Bay next time, that's going to be a whole different team. Okay? Yep. We got to make sure when we come off this bye, and I think, let me be honest with you, I think with this bye came at the wrong time here. Because when you playing the way we playing right now, you need to keep playing. And you need to keep getting more reps. And, you know, the more you play, the better you get. Going on this bye week, and I know they said they're not letting nobody leave the city, and they got to stay in this bubble and get give specimens to get tested for COVID, I think 2-3 times a week. But we need to stay in a rhythm. And that's what I'm concerned about. And so, you know, I know we got the Panthers next week. The Panthers got a winning record, okay? Then we got to play the Bears, and then we got to play the Bucks. So these next 3 games going to be tough. And I think McCaffrey going to be coming back when we play the Panthers. So there's no telling how these next 3 games going to turn out, especially with how our back end looking and especially with how we've been starting off slow. Hey, before you go, man, let everybody know you're rocking with, man. Let everybody know.
Man, it ain't no secret. You know I keep it a band, baby. I always rocking with G-Sportz. You heard me?
We out. Ball game.
Peace.